first race of the card is a Quartet Maxi Pool carryover. It's an opportunity for people to gather some funds for the bipod, the place accumulator, the pick six on the special weekend down in Port Elizabeth. Let's start off with Age of Aquarius and Sandile Kati.
And he's a bit of a naughty boy. His first run for me, he didn't want to load, and we subsequently repassed him and reschooled him. And lovely horse, big striding Cahal. I think he's looking for further. I don't think he's going to be mentally sharp enough to be right on top of them. He could squeak the back end of the quartet. Definitely Hoppet. I've prepared him for this. He's pretty quick and he's pretty sharp. I would put him in the quartet.
Fantastic. That's really good news. The second race, once again, you're represented by two runners. Shimmering Dream with Carl the Truth Zechner, and of course the other horse over here is Excitement Seeker with Sandile Kati.
Excitement Seeker's come back from a little stint in Natal. She may just be in need of this one. I gave her a break when she came back from my cousin. But she's got a hard-knocking type of form. I wouldn't leave her out of a quartet. She's a front-running type of filly. She'll be up there. Shimmering Dream, I've taken my time with her. Lovely, big, scopy, strong filly. But she needed time. And, I must thank the owners for affording me the time to take it easy with her. I do expect her to run a decent type of race, a right trip for her. She'll be in the money.
Okay, if there's a topical horse for the weather conditions in Port Elizabeth, it's in race number 3, Power Wind.
He ran polytrack last time. He didn't enjoy the surface at all. It's just the type of action he's got, and I feel he's a much better horse on the turf. He won on the turf. He won a decent type of a race, but he's going to pick his game up to beat this bunch.
Okay, then on to the first leg of the pick six. Carl once again aboard Storm Lilly.
Storm Lilly, nice maiden winner, and I think she's on the up. Savannah filly, they do take their time to mature and to reach their peak. She enjoys the trip. She enjoys the track. And she's a runner, although she's out at the weights and the rating, she's not as nicely placed as I'd like her to be, but it's against the girls. And, I'm also hoping back in the quartets.
First class, then Emperor Augustus is a horse that's come down from Gauteng province, I think formerly with Michael Azzi, and you've got Superman aboard.
Yeah, look, he's a very nice horse. He came down in peak fitness from Mark and in great condition, and all I had to do was just freshen him up and point him in the right direction, and added bonus getting Anton on top. I think he's running this type of a field, and he's a good, honest, hard-knocking sound horse.
Okay, then on to Simonga Kamala. The champion jockey is aboard Scarlett Berry in the 6th.
Another runner, Mr. Van Vuren's on the day. She won a very smart race last time out. I did quietly fancy her, and she ran as she worked, so I'm hoping for her to go one better. Yeah, also a little bit out at the weights, coming out of the maidens, taking a step up in class, and there are some horses we have to contend with, but she's come on in her work.
All right, then we're on to the Algoa Cup, and I would have to say that it's probably at the end of his range in a rush, the former winner of the Emerald Cup, but he's such a game horse. Obviously, you decided that it's time that he tries at 10 furlongs.
Exactly that, Annie. I chatted to the owners and everybody was of the same opinion. We've got nothing to lose, so we decided to give it a bash. He's thoroughly enjoyed his stamina work, and he's actually done it pretty well. I've been bucked the way his preparation's gone. Moving well in himself, his little niggles, he's over, and he's looking tremendous. Obviously, a big ask, against the Raiders. There's some tough, hard-knocking horses in there, and running over 2,000, which is, at the moment, I feel the max at the end of his range. But I'm keen to see him, and keen to see him settle in and come with, from behind. He won a mile here before. So, I'm looking to go the 2,000 now and just see how we go.
Well, the same cannot be said about Maasai Warrior. This guy's effective over any trip, but probably the Gold Cup trip is his best, but this is a stamina test over 2,000 metres here at Fairview.
Yeah, look, this Algoa is normally a good stamina test. They normally a good nick in the race, and you actually do need a staying type of horse to win that race. So the long running, and they go at a decent type of a pace. So I think conditions should suit him. The longer running will suit him. Obviously, we'll be better over further and best effective over further. That's what I planned for him. At the end of the day, and Mark still said I had a bit of work to do with him because he was carrying a bit of pudding, but he's a hard knocker and he's really thriving down here, and he's enjoying the climate, and he looks tremendous.
Represented by two runners in the 8th race, Donovan Dillon's on Miss Cantona, and Nona in Command is called Deckners Ride.
Nona in Command's honest. She's a filly that's not without her problems. She's a small little girl, but she's got a big heart. She ran a decent race last time out, and I think she'll be knocking. If there's the tailwind, it's going to help. 1,200 is her max. It depends on the speed in the race and how we're ridden. But she's run well over 1,200 before. And, Carl was, the last time we rode her, he said if it was a 1,200 when he ran the 5, he would have won. So I think she'll be thereabouts, albeit we're carrying top weight and we're all giving a good few kilos away. And she's quite a small filly.
Okay, then Donovan Dillon's on Bell Coco. Sandile Kati is on Irish Maid. And Miesk Rock is Carl Zechner's ride?
Well, Mia's Rock, a first run for me. I think she's looking for a little bit further. She's quite a hot, naughty filly. Keen to see how she goes, but her work has been good at home, back in the quartets. Irish Maid, I feel that filly's always gives a good account of herself, and against the girls, she's always got a shout. Very good run last time out from a poor draw. Ran on very late, and she's at her peak now. So also, hoping for a quartet type of run. And the other filly, her first run for me, her work's been really good. She's a nice filly. I know she's very close to Adrian's heart. Big, strapping Jetmaster filly, and I think she's a runner.
What a pleasure to have a man like Adrian van Vuren in the yard, because these type of owners are like hen's teeth.
That's what the game needs, and an owner like this in the yard, really appreciate it. And a big thank you to Mark. Mark and I go back for years, and he's a good friend of mine, and just thanks for the support team, and Adrian really appreciate it.